It's Friday. Welcome to Camp Quarantine. Grab a drink, hit the share button below, and we will be starting in just a few moments.
Wellness is an active process of being aware and making choices toward a healthy and fulfilling life. Wellness is more than being free from illness. It's an ongoing process of change and growth. There are 8 dimensions of wellness: emotional, environmental, financial, intellectual, occupational, physical, social, and spiritual. Each dimension of wellness is interconnected with the others, and all are equally important in the pursuit of optimum health. One can reach an optimal level by understanding how to maintain and improve each dimension and by creating balance. Understand your feelings. Express them to people you trust and maintain a positive outlook. It's important to pay attention to self-care, relaxation, stress reduction, and the development of inner resources so you can learn and grow from your experiences. Find surroundings that encourage good physical and mental health, and also where you feel safe. A positive environment has a calming effect. Environmental wellness inspires us to live a lifestyle that is aware and respectful of our surroundings. Make it a point to understand your finances. Money plays a critical role in our lives, and not having enough impacts health as well as academic performance. Establish good financial habits and plan for the future. Be a lifelong learner by expanding your knowledge and finding creative outlets that stimulate your mind and sense of curiosity. Be open to new ideas, insights, and wisdom. Actively participate in scholastic, cultural, and community activities. Look for satisfaction from things you're passionate about, whether they are part of work, school, or volunteering. Find ways to engage in occupational endeavors and feel appreciation for the value in your contributions. Reduce your risk from many illnesses by increasing activity levels according to your abilities. Get restful sleep at night, choose healthy foods, and explore the outdoors to reduce stress and increase energy levels. A sense of belonging and a reliable support system help during difficult times. Make at least one social connection daily. Seek advice from peers or support groups, and create healthy friendships. Enhancing your connections to self, nature, and others brings balance and peace to your life. Disconnect from distractions and be mindful. Discover what values and beliefs are most important to you. Striving to maintain or make small improvements to the 8 dimensions of wellness is the key to your overall health. The pursuit of continued growth and balance in the 8 dimensions of wellness will lead to a better quality of life. In this module, you will explore each dimension and how nutrition plays a vital role in being the best you.
Go ahead and hit that share button. We're celebrating an all-new month of Camp Quarantine. Today is Friday, August 7th. We're celebrating a whole slew of holidays, including Lighthouse Day. We're teaching you how to golf, encouraging wellness throughout, and we have a whole new slate of guests, along with a long-time returning favorite. Give us a follow below, hit that share, grab a beverage, tell a friend. Week 18 of Camp Quarantine is coming right up. Hello, welcome. Happy Friday. Today is August the 7th. Oh, we just lost myself there. We might have to swap to a different camera. Bear with me for a second. Don't know what just happened. Stay with us there. Sorry about that, guys. Happy Friday. We're in a new location if you haven't seen. If you're just joining us, we are in front of Nirvana. What do you all know about Nirvana? Well, let's share a little bit about if you haven't been with us. 2 weeks ago, we traveled up north to South Carolina. Why, you might ask? Well, to look at this beauty. After checking her out, putting her through the motion, looked out, she became ours. I can honestly state I have never walked into a bank with a mask and taken out a whole bunch of cash, and it'd been okay. But nevertheless, this one is ours, and if you guys didn't hear, we are taking Camp Quarantine on the road. Driving her back to our home studios here in Atlanta, I had a big smile on my face. Had a few companions. Basically, it just means you guys are going to be seeing a whole lot more scenes like this. Views like these. And most certainly my favorite, more views of this little guy. Well, that's a quick update of where we've been, but it's no longer July and we get to turn the calendar. So you know our handy dandy National Day calendar tells us exactly what to go by. But August has a slew of a whole new slate of events. We have Back to School Month, Crayon Collection Month, Eye Exam Month, Wellness Month, and Happiness Happens Month. But today happens to be Lighthouse Day. Well, for those of you who have been on road trips and haven't visited a lighthouse, we'd like to share something special to start off, and that is a tale about a woman. Well, we started today with the clip because it's only fitting that we share a little bit of history, and we're going to continue to do so. I actually also Just broke a glass. Don't know if that's good luck, bad luck, but it serves me right for bringing glass out to the garage. And just lo and behold, that's meant to show you that we are live. This is our live show. This is our 18th week of Camp Quarantine. We have been at it now for 5 months, started back in March. We have the calendar here to tell us, even though every day seems like the same, but we celebrate every day. And let me tell you about why we're here. We have been raising funds for a series of different nonprofit organizations and charities. I'll take you back from March and share with you just a couple of the organizations we have supported. We started out raising funds for the Center for Disaster Philanthropy, a wonderful organization raising funds for COVID relief. In June, we supported Color of Change, one of the largest online social injustice organizations. Last month, July, I happened to select Big Brothers Big Sisters of Metro Atlanta, and shortly here I will certainly disclose who we are supporting this year. You'll have to excuse me, it is 93 degrees here in Atlanta and super humid, but if you don't see all of these guys, these are mosquitoes flying around in this humid weather, so I am long sleeved up in sweatpants and hoping they don't bite me, but if that distracts you, it's gonna be okay because we've got an incredible slate of guests here today. Just to start out, August is National Wellness Month. And if you guys saw that clip before, we wanted to chat about how important it is, especially during this time for you and your families, to maintain all different kinds of wellness. Well, what does wellness mean to you? We have featured folks weeks 1 through 10 in our first season. Wow, we've been at this 18 weeks. There's been quite a few. I encourage you to go back and take a look, but we had a lot of folks teaching acro yoga, regular yoga, some breathing techniques, and doing some sound healing. So wellness can mean a whole slew of different things. Our first guest, that I'd like to bring on is Andrew Manella from Tennessee. Andrew, you there?
Hey, what's going on?
Andrew, I like your shirt. See, I figured it'd be appropriate for the similar. Andrew, how are you? Where are you chatting with us today from?
I am from Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
So glad you could join us today. Now, we happened to meet not too long ago, last year. It seems like, honestly, a decade ago, but immediately struck me as somebody who I absolutely wanted to get to know more. Do you mind sharing a little bit about why we brought you on today and how you all in Tennessee are celebrating National Wellness Month?
Yeah, so I started a company called Gold Spectrum CBD. It was last April. So me and my roommate from college, we were just game planning. We were working, normal jobs. I was on salary working 70 hours a week. And me and my buddy were just like, man, we got to figure out something we can do, So we were looking around and, an opportunity came up in 2018 with the Farm Bill that was passed, which allowed all 50 states to participate with CBD. So 2008 is actually when we started. Sorry, not 2019. But yeah, we started for, just to help people, be the better them. If you've looked up anything about CBD, it really benefits the human body. We actually...
Now, I also brought you on, not only because it's Wellness Month, but very fitting that tomorrow, Saturday, August 8th, happens to be National CBD Day. So that was part of the reason as well. But I may know some of the benefits of CBD. I have been injured. I'm an athlete. I certainly have utilized it in the past. But do you mind talking about some of the healing properties or certainly what has drawn you into that market a little bit?
Yeah. So CBD, one of the main benefits is it helps with pain and inflammation. And I'm sure a lot of you guys out there, just like myself, wear your body out. You push it to the max every day. You do the most you can. And, in return, it takes a toll on you. So CBD, it actually, helps bind to different receptors in your body and, it helps them heal. So, you're running, your knees are hurting. You just try some CBD lotion, you rub it on where the inflammation is. And I mean, it's crazy. Like 4 minutes, it honestly helps inflammation a lot. And I have a lot of buddies who use it for anxieties, just because, they go through their everyday and they're just stressed, everything's going on. The phone's ringing, the kids won't stop screaming. it's just one of those things that just helps you take a deep breath, and realize everything's okay, you know, and you're gonna make it. So it's one of those,
So I pulled this up off of your Instagram here. It talks a little bit about the key to a healthy immune system. I don't know how many folks can see this on their screens, but I'll briefly read it. It's just the brain is kind of controlled by the endocannabinoid system, right? And that's within our bodies itself, and basically your products mimic that natural piece that our bodies supply. And how do folks, I guess, there's creams, there's topicals. What other means can folks be able to apply or utilize these CBD processes?
Yeah. So, for if you have pain and inflammation, the number one product we carry is probably going to be the lotion, just because you apply it where the pain is, and you get relief almost instantly. Another enjoyable way to consume it is gummies, which we also do carry gummy bears, and you just eat 3 in the morning. So you get a gummy bear, you get some CBD, you get some breakfast in you. It's going to be a good day. And then the last way is the oil. So we have little tinctures, and you just do a drop under your tongue, and you wait about 30 to 60 seconds, and it quickly absorbs into your bloodstream. So those are the 3 top ways to consume CBD for your health.
Now, we met, like I said, through an event that we had hosted in Nashville, Tennessee. This CBD is certainly something that, like you mentioned, is available in all 50 states and certainly legal in those regards as well. And like I said, I can attest to the fact that it certainly eases some pain. August happens to also be, I've got it right behind me, National Golfing Month. Yesterday I played a round of 18. It was definitely something that alleviated some of that pain following a round. But how have you guys been doing? Talk to me a little bit, I guess, what's been keeping you busy, certainly in terms of growth, because you've been thriving as a small business owner during the pandemic.
Yeah, so, during the pandemic, we really took our time to focus on what we were doing as a company. So it started off, a little rough. We didn't have, the best structure in place. We're just now getting employees. So how do you handle these employees? How do you train them to do what you need them to do? Just all kinds of headaches. But we took the time and really focused in during the quarantine, just to look at ourselves in the mirror and just say, how can we better ourselves? So we've taken the time. We've got structures in place. We've spent a lot of time with new employees, making training outlines, and we also have been expanding with our greenhouses as well. So we've been building some greenhouses, getting more plants in there, which creates more work. So this quarantine, it's just really been about ramping up production. So we've done a good job, a lot of headaches, but overall it's been pretty good quarantine for, how bad everything is.
Now, I guess that's relative for you. Like I said, you're somebody who's thriving. So you look to it as an optimistic kind of glass half full, or in this case, not half shallow. Either way, you told me today before we chatted that you are also learning a new skill. We talk so much about folks just stepping outside of their comfort zone and utilizing this time to do what they want to do. Is it okay if I put you on the
definitely. So for the longest time, I've also wanted to be able to fly an airplane. So, I've been having this dream of mine since I was a kid. I was like, I really just want to fly an airplane. So recently I applied to the Middle Tennessee Flight School, and I actually went in today for my orientation to get started actually tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm going to have my first flight, but I was just thinking, with all this stuff going on in life, I definitely want to reach one of my dreams from when I was a kid, which is flying. Also, I want to be able to skydive as well, but that's a different story.
You think you can fly and skydive? Does that work out at the same time? I don't know.
I just need a co-pilot.
Andrew, I've got your page up here, but how can folks find you, follow you, stick around, and certainly keep up with Gold Spectrum and yourself?
Yeah, so actually right here we have Gold Spectrum CBD underscore. That is our Instagram. So if you do have Instagram, you can follow us there. We also have Facebook, Gold Spectrum CBD on Facebook. And then also, if you do go to our website, which is goldspectrumcbd.com, you can subscribe to our newsletter. And we have an email series going out. And, we post the latest news, regulations, everything about the CBD industry. So, you get more info, get more knowledge. So those are 3 ways to contact us.
Love it. Well, thank you so much for your time today. I hope you enjoy your weekend and celebrate in whatever capacity. I guess you have to go to your marketing team now, because I think I just found out, as did you, that tomorrow's National CBD Day. So I know we'll see some things from you there, but I really appreciate your time, and thanks for the support of Camp Quarantine. Enjoy the rest of your trip.
Yeah, for sure.
So Andrew there, I guess, just is another story of an individual who's doing well, thriving amidst this time, but at the same time, still following and pursuing his passions. And we want to encourage you to do the same. All month this month, we will be featuring folks who are doing all kinds of different wellness, not just your traditional variety. Well, while we were talking about a non-traditional variety, why are we doing Camp Quarantine? Now, I mentioned before some of the charities that we were honoring and featuring, but in light of National Wellness Month, we were basically thinking perhaps you all should be the ones to choose your charity. So for this month of August, we have selected a very unique organization. And well, I don't necessarily think I can do justice, but I think maybe this gentleman can.
Hi, I'm Gene. I'm the founder of Charity Miles. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, I want to share with you a little secret about Charity Miles that, frankly, I didn't fully understand until very recently. I started Charity Miles back in 2012 in honor of my grandfather who had Parkinson's disease, and I wanted to take all the walking and the running that I was going to do anyway and turn it into money for Parkinson's research. Now, when you ask people what they love most about Charity Miles, they'll often say something like, well, I was going to walk or run anyway, or I was going to bike anyway. I figured I should do it for charity. And I love this because that's why I started the app. But I've also come to learn that anyway is broken. Anyway is broken. 40% of our country, the United States, is obese. 80% of our country is in debt. 70% of our country is unhappy. If we continue to just do what we were going to do anyway, then what's going to change? Nothing. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. We have to do what we weren't going to do anyway. We have to go the extra mile, and that is the secret. That is what I've learned that Charity Mile is about. We are the people that go the extra mile. You didn't have to download this app, but you did. You went the extra mile. And for that, I am eternally grateful, and I am so honored to welcome you to our community. Below this video, there are some links to some resources that'll help you get set up, answer any questions you have, get you set up on the road for success, help you raise a lot of money for your charity. And I hope that you will join us on Facebook and our Facebook group. Hit us up on Strava, hit us up on Instagram, check out our podcast. This is a very special community. And it is now even more special because you're in it. So thank you for joining us. Every mile matters. Bye.
So for this month, I am proud to announce that we will be supporting throughout the month of August and featuring individuals and encouraging you to donate to charitymiles.org. But better yet, so many of you gave feedback. Hey, Emirate. Hey, Hustle and Hospitality. Love what you're doing. Love supporting Camp Quarantine. At this time, I just cannot donate anything financially. Well, the best part is you don't have to do any of that. Charity Miles does it for you. All you have to do is download the app. Go ahead and start hiking, which we're encouraging and running throughout this month of August anyways. I know we have some folks watching that are already participating in all kinds of wellness challenges on their own. Encourage people at work, encourage people in your quarantine cluster, at home, at your family, to participate in Charity Miles. We'll share a little bit more about it later on in the broadcast, but that's why we're doing Camp Quarantine, and we really appreciate your support because we are here to raise awareness and certainly funds and miles for folks that are doing great things too. Speaking of people doing great things, Hustle and Hospitality is our presenting sponsor and our brand behind Camp Quarantine. And yesterday, I happened to be walking through my neighborhood and I came across an individual that I have never met before, but who exuded Hustle and Hospitality's mentality so perfectly. Our next guest is Mr. Thaddeus. Thaddeus, you there? Thaddeus, how are you?
Hey, my man,
Hey,
sorry
brother,
about that,
can you
guy.
hear us? No, no worries. You're busy business owner over there. How you doing?
Yeah,
I
we're in
was
the middle of
just
cleaning
sharing
up
with
right now, but
individuals. I was just sharing with the individuals about charity miles. Are you a runner or a hiker, Thaddeus?
say that again.
I said, are you a runner or a hiker? How do you get in your steps? How do you get in your fitness?
Oh, I'm a ex-athlete, ex-collegiate athlete. So just trying to keep everything together. I work out about twice a week. Um, definitely needs to be more, but twice a week holds me down in between cutting.
So I'm going to share in a little bit certainly how we met, but where are you right now? Tell us what's going on behind you.
Right now, I'm at the Years Exclusive Experience Barbershop right here in Grant Park. They're my team members in the back.
Hey guys, happy Friday. Love the colors, love the space. So tell me, so you are a full service barbershop. Now, talk to me a little bit about how I guess business has been different during the quarantine, how things are looking now. You're in a great location as far as at the Beacon in downtown Atlanta, but yeah, share a little bit about I guess the way business has been going certainly now, and ways that you hope it's going to continue.
We're currently we in a new location, so basically we're new to the area, new to the complex. But we're a shop that we're basically your one-stop shop. We provide services such as massages, pedicures, manicures, as you can see over here. We have a bar, Manny and Petty bar. Showers over there for steam treatments such as beer treatments, hydrotherapy. And over here, of course, we have all the barber chairs where we provide shaves, facials, and things of that nature. We're basically a one-stop shop. We also have a masseuse that we feature here twice out the week where we do specials. Basically, if you receive a cut, then you can get an automatic free massage. And we're just trying to get familiar in the area, man. We've been going around to local businesses, which is how I ran into you. Trying to spread the word about the shop and just trying to bring familiarity to a new area.
Nothing says wellness more than certainly a good massage and getting your ears lowered and a good trim to walk out gets you feeling good too. We shared a little bit about certainly August being National Wellness before the stream started, but I want to talk about a different kind of wellness, and that's like you just mentioned, how we met. I ran into you because you were out sharing basically how to. I look at that big smile come on his face. You know, this is actually National Happiness Happens Month too. I mentioned that, so you never know how happiness is going to happen. But yeah, you were out walking around. I guess essentially the Beacon, which is the commercial district where your business is. We want to continue to hear where folks are watching from. If any of you all are in the Atlanta area, I know we've got some folks that are in Long Beach and Illinois, so from all over. But if you've got some Atlanta folks, we'd love for you to check it out. But I was picking up food from your business neighbor, and you swung by, and I guess thought my friend and I worked in the area, and you had no issue walking up and say, "Hey, sir, do you mind if I give you my card?" Now, we have spoken so much about the mantra of never having any fear about reaching out. So many of the guests that we've had on this program, I never would have thought we would have gotten, but as a result of just hitting them up on a DM on Instagram or reaching out on Facebook, one of our guests on here, that will be our third time on the program a little bit later, I just reached out to. So I want to applaud you, Thaddeus. And the reason I wanted to bring you on was because you certainly exude that hustle and hospitality mentality. You have no issue going up to somebody, whether it be your neighbor, your business, anybody there, and you're promoting yourself, you're promoting your business, and I applaud you for doing that, and that's very, very admirable.
Most definitely, really appreciate it, man.
How did you learn that? Do you have any mentors in your life or experiences in the past that may have, drawn good success from that, approach? That's what I'd love to chat more about. That's a unique sense of wellness right there. That is.
Basically, going through undergrad, I went to Morehouse College, and you make a lot of connections with a lot of different young men from different walks of life, and along with the school, you get put into a lot of programs and organizations that have to reach out to the community and just reach out to surrounding areas, basically trying to have an impact on the area that you're at, and just make connections that will go further than further than you could imagine. And throughout undergrad, I'm also a collegiate athlete, so we did a lot of nonprofit organizations, going to boys and girls clubs and going to different senior homes and everything, getting acquainted with people and just being friendly and creating relationships, positive relationships that are able to help you and other people. And I just basically took that same approach into barbering. I've been barbering all throughout undergrad and high school, and I took the same approach with barbering, the friendly approach of, having everything together, having your image together, and being able to approach people with a positive vibe and with a positive influence to see what it may bring.
Could not have said it better. So actually, I know somebody who did say it better, and that's Marshawn Lynch. She said, "Get your chicken and your mentals." And I don't know if you've seen that video.
Sure.
Everyone's seen that. Thaddeus, I want to thank you for your time. I hope we can connect. Maybe we should have you guys chatting with the folks from Gold Spectrum we just had on. Andrew's all focused on certainly the massage and the wellness side with the CBD treatments. I think that could be a great fit for your business. Andrew, you still there?
Yes, most definitely. I was going to say, if any of...
We'll have to connect y'all perhaps offline. But yeah, I would love to get to know you better. I'll come by certainly your business. I have these long locks, so I don't know that we're going to cut them yet. But as you may know, I've shared this a few times. Everybody has different gifts to give. When this hits 10 inches, I will be giving it for my second time to the Locks of Love organization. So then I'll certainly come by, and you'll have to do me up proper at that point. Thaddeus, how can folks follow you and your business?
You can follow all of us on Instagram. You can follow the shop at the Years Exclusive Experience. That is YISC. Sorry, my partner's getting me right. Go ahead.
YISCLUSIVE Experience.
And you can follow all of us on Instagram. I am TTG Cut. My partner here. The Laura Bell _. Can you spell it out for me, Laura? TATLAURABELLE_. My guy right here.
What's going on? Lace Cuts on Instagram. LACEDKUTS. Appreciate you.
And mine will be TTG Cut. You can follow all of us on Instagram, and we'll definitely get back with you. You can set an appointment. We all have our booking information in our bio. And if anybody that comes to the shop, and you let us know that you're basically coming because you are on this live, you will receive a complimentary massage along with your service. But definitely come by and receive a free massage.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much for that. We really appreciate you being here. Thaddeus, I will be reaching out to you again and coming by perhaps for some hodo and a beverage this weekend. But I really wanted to thank you all for your time and enjoy the rest of your weekend, and certainly enjoy National Wellness Month here. Thanks, Thaddeus.
Much appreciated, man.
Love that. Do you see? So I have never met that gentleman before yesterday in my life, and I already feel like we've got a connection. So that is completely possible, and we're going to continue to sing that same song as we just ramp up into our next guest. So speaking of entrepreneurs and small business owners, our next group of guests is, I've been trying to get on the show for at least a month and a half. So finally, we get, not months later, one guest. We don't get two guests. We have three guests. So I would like to welcome Ms. Ella Matlock, Lauren Hong, Aaron Rogers, and Sophia. I'm going to mispronounce your last name here, but Migliazza. Am I pronouncing that right? Hey guys, how are you?
We're good. How are you?
Thank you so much for joining us here today. Hang on, who do we have that's not?
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I have brought you on today, but I don't think I'm even going to be able to do any justice. So I'm just going to excuse myself from the conversation, and we would love to hear about what all wonderful thing you have created.
So we created a coloring book and, well, actually a few coloring books. And our first one is the COVID coloring book that explains COVID-19 to little kids and why we have to stay inside, wash your hands, and do all that stuff. And 40% of the proceeds go to an organization of their choice, like hospitals, CDC, Coronavirus Relief, and Black Lives Matter. And do you guys want to talk about our second one?
Sure, Ella. Okay, so our second one goes over topics of social justice and racism, teaching a very tough topic to talk to little kids about, and we're gonna do it in a very kid-safe way with a coloring book and kid-friendly language and using examples and trying to be as respectful as possible.
Mm-hmm. And then we have some more coming out, and basically our most important part of the books is just to make kid-friendly situations out of important issues that are happening today, because we want to teach them with our main characters, Sam the Snail, Wally the Narwhal, and Alligator, and they basically tell these stories that relate to issues that are happening right now.
You guys have created, I just want to clarify, so you have created a one-of-a-kind coloring book, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So in this coloring book, you all are addressing certainly a whole multitude of very big issues. So I got to commend you on that. But how did this start? How many have you gone through? Whose idea was this? Where did it come from? I'm picking my jaw up off the floor right now.
So we're in economics, and our project was supposed to be for a business plan, and it could be COVID-19 related. So we decided we're going to make a coloring book and see how it goes. And it just blew up. We've sold so many books, like over 8,000, and we've donated over 13,000 to charities, and it's so cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're really happy about it because we've been able to reach so many people all over the world. Like, people from other continents are contacting us now about ordering books, and it's really crazy. Like, we've gotten Australia and Canada and Europe too, which is insane. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think any of us anticipated it would ever get this early. We say this a lot, but we only thought we'd only sell like 25.
Yeah, that was the original plan.
It's a lot, and it's hard to keep up sometimes.
Yeah.
So now, from somebody here who I guess is familiar more with the online marketing side and certainly an online business, what was the biggest shock to you, aside from when you get in thousands of orders in volume? How are you fulfilling those? Do somebody's garage over there in California just become the warehouse more or less, or how are you handling the demand, which is great?
So we have a website it's made off this program called Shopify, and it processes our orders in a way that makes it so much more simple than what we were doing originally, which is a Google form. It's crazy. It made it so much easier. So we get the orders and we get their information, and then we put it on a shipping label, and we package their books in there, and it's pretty simple. It just goes off to shipping in a couple of days.
Yeah, we hand package every single one. We have to put gloves and
Yeah,
masks on.
put a mask
Take down the mask, and we put it in, and we put them in the package with a thank you note, and we have to hand seal the package in a sanitary way, and then put all the stamps on and the return address and their address as well. So it's a long process to do each one, but it's really gratifying to do it.
They're packaged with love.
Yes.
Now, what did your economics professor say? How did this? I mean, she should just say that you guys should never come back to in-class learning. Is that right? If you're going to do such wonderful things in the world from afar, is that something that you guys are considering? Or, I mean, how is that going to change, I guess, schooling for you? Or do one of you all have now more ambition to continue to do things with Shopify or different kind of online marketing? Talk to me a little about how this may have become a progression to hopefully something.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead, babe.
Okay, well, I was going to say, economics teacher was really surprised as well. I'd say I hope he's proud of us. I can't say with entire certainty, but I certainly hope so. But I think this project, because it's a project, but it's also, now a little business, I think it's definitely encouraging us to continue to keep working on with it. I know Erin is really
Yeah, so I used Photoshop to create all the PDFs of the books, and I feel like it's really cool. So I wanted to be a creative director when I grow up. And yeah, it's just a really cool experience for all of us since we all play different roles in creating the books. Like Lauren's the writer, Ella and Sophia do the drawings, and I format them all to create the pages. And it's just really cool at the end when you see them all printed out, and the process was so worth it.
Yeah.
I'll say, do you have a coloring book in front of you that you might be able to show everybody?
I could go get one.
Yeah, I don't have one with me.
That'd be great. And I also love the fact that all of you have a outdoor background. So do any of you go for runs or hikes? I mean, come on. And I know Long Beach in California, and certainly all over that side, there's plenty of areas to hike. Oh, there she's got a book for us here. I'm gonna bring you.
I got it. So this is a COVID coloring book. It's pretty good quality. It's not like very flimsy. It's hard paper. When you open it up, you get our mission goal, a little bit about us, and it's a place for kids to write who it belongs to. Some of the pages are coloring pages. And this one, there's like some activities in there as well. This is like a little follow the line.
They have little mazes, word searches, those kind of things.
We have the Mad Libs as well. It's really fun. This is my copy, so that's the only reason why I'm touching it up. There's this part, I really like this too as well. It's a quarantine. It's a pun. And it's a little part for like kids to fill in, like my favorite thing throughout quarantine. So like if I were filling it out, my favorite food throughout quarantine would probably be like pizza or something like that. Favorite book, favorite TV show, like to document this time, because it's very hard, because when you're looking back at it, you're like, what was I doing during that time? Like, because you're really young, like, especially for the kids who are doing it, like, I wonder what life was like. And you're like, oh, I was watching this. And then it's a mask. And this is where we put our mask. I've already used mine, but.
Yeah, so our idea for the quarantine capsule, well, Ella thought of it. And I thought it was such a good idea because when kids in elementary school, at least when we were in elementary school, we had these little booklets we'd have at the end of the year, and we would document like what their favorite food was, all those things listed. But since they're not able to like not celebrate the end of the year, but it's in quarantine, so they have their own version of it.
Yeah.
Well, we hope that maybe some folks will be leaving some camping memories as well. Are the three of you guys fond of any particular camping activities?
Yeah, I'm a big.
You know what I would put in my book over there?
Yeah.
Didn't mention it, but August the 10th. So coming up here happens to be National S'mores Day. And if you guys don't like s'mores, I don't know what's wrong with you, but I would encourage everybody to invest in a pair of these. These are fantastic. But what would go in my coloring book, scrapbook, probably be a little bit of a smushed little marshmallow in there. I don't know. Maybe that would just stick the pages together. But share with folks how they can find their own book and how they can find you all.
You can order our books on our website, www.bethechangecoloringco.com, and you can follow us on Instagram at bethechangecoloringco. We post a lot of fun stuff on there. We're going to do some giveaways, and sometimes we put special stuff in the packages for a few books. So we have announcements on our Instagram.
Yeah, we have the giveaways that are coming up. It's just going to be a mask given to us by a brand, and we're going to give those to 3 different people, and we're going to continue them throughout the year. It's going to be really cool. And we repost the parents who send us their kids with their little coloring books, and it's so cute because they're all smiling.
Yeah.
Well, we'd like to do something a little special because you guys are doing something so fantastic. You mentioned a giveaway. Well, we've done something like this kind of in the past, but we're making happiness happen, and so why not? Well, because it's a camping show, we have this one of a kind, perfect for this hot weather LED light and camping fan to the first person who can tag us on Instagram with their receipt that they've purchased a coloring book from your site. How about that? So
That's
whoever
cool.
wants
Yeah,
to
that's
race
so
over there,
cool.
we're going to encourage folks to race on and purchase a BeTheChangeColoringCo.com, their coloring book over there. And the first person who can tag us at campquarantine.co, send us a DM, send us an email, pr@campquarantine.co. You can get a hold of us, Facebook, Instagram. We'll look based on the timestamp, and the first person to send us proof of a receipt of ordering a color book will get this one-of-a-kind fan, thanks to Hustle and Hospitality, one of our sponsors, perfect for the Atlanta hot day and to encourage people to get out there in the outdoors and camp. One of you mentioned that you guys are looking to become a designer. You like Photoshop, right?
Yes, I do. It's really fun for me. Like having everything come together to make a coloring book, it's really nice to see.
Well, what if I said maybe we've got some more work for you? Would you like to become a part of Camp Quarantine? How about we start working on the side and doing some graphics and stuff and featuring you here ongoing? Maybe we can continue to work together and continue to grow this. We're taking our show on the road in the van, and we're going to need all the help we can get. Maybe give you some real experience as well, and introduce you guys to some more sponsors. But I want to help however we can, and you all are doing some fantastic things. So really want to applaud you for the efforts and appreciate that. So we'll certainly follow up, Aaron. But again, we haven't gotten it yet, but whoever tags us first on Instagram, we'll follow up after the show. We'll continue to do giveaways, and again, let's keep the dialogue open. I'd love to help you all however we can. But thanks so much. Yeah, absolutely. Love that. All right, Lauren, Aaron, and Ella, thank you so much for your time. You guys really be safe, and we hope maybe we can bring you guys back on another show here. All right. Thanks, guys. So we mentioned doing great things and encouraging folks who are young to follow their passions, do things philanthropic, and do things for the right reason. Well, our next guest coming up, you may know, but why are we here? I think it's only fitting we talk a little bit more about the charity that we have chosen for this month, and that is Charity Miles. Well, if you didn't know what Charity Miles was and you want to see it in action and see how easy it is, so that's charitymiles.org. We will again be featuring completely different fun activities throughout to encourage you all to walk the miles, donate to them. We're going to be going for some hikes in this puppy. This past weekend, we spent time going to the top of Stone Mountain, which is a local area. But either way, we want to encourage everybody to enjoy the outdoors and certainly exercise wellness throughout. Well, as folks look to get back to school, well, things might look a little bit different during quarantine. But in Asia, they're figuring it out right now. I'd say that's one way to learn the material. Well, we're continuing to chat about wonderful people doing entrepreneurial things, and our next guest needs no introduction. Many of you I know are watching and have been waiting to see her, but we're happy to bring back our guest for the first guest for the third time on Camp Quarantine, Miss Peyton Manker. Peyton, how are you doing? So glad to have you here. I don't know if we can hear you. There we go. That's much better. Peyton, you were just a regular on Camp Quarantine. What do you think about those girls? Did you see that coloring book?
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. I might have to buy one of those.
That's incredible. Well, we are still waiting. Don't forget, we do have a giveaway. I think our people in the back may have a winner, but we encourage everybody to still support the organization, be the change coloring.co and purchase that. But we're here chatting about you now. Why are we bringing you back, Peyton? Many people may not remember you, but we had you on a couple weeks because of this right here. This was the one of a kind duct tape dress that you created. Now, for those of us who have been following along, we've been seeing, how many hours did you spend on that gorgeous piece?
It took around almost 400 hours over a course of 4 months. So it took a while.
Well, we have been following your journey and have been your biggest fans. We encouraged everybody on Camp Quarantine. As you see, we have it in the family. We like to keep it here. But you told me, hey, Emmer, can I come back on? I'd like to share something. So, Peyton, the floor's all yours.
Well, because of everyone supporting me, I actually ended up winning the contest, and I got $10,000 in scholarship money because of it, which I'll be using for my college tuition.
Peyton, congratulations! Oh my gosh! So wait. You can't just say it with like just such, I don't know how you soaked it in or what, but you were working on this for so long, not just the dress, but from a marketing standpoint to encourage people to vote. Did they share with you how it tallied up? Or, I mean, how was that figured out? I mean, of course, first off, hang on, let me take a step back here. We need to have some sort of celebratory thing. I understand your paper featured you. Of course, you got a cake. You were on the front of your paper. Talk to me. What has the reception been like? When was this announced? And how did it all go down?
Well, it was announced, I think, June 22nd. I can't really remember, or July 22nd. And I know everyone in my town was so excited, just as excited as I was, because everyone has been following the story, and I don't know, it was just really exciting news. It's been good, all positive feedback.
Now, we had nothing to do with it, obviously. We just like to feature you and celebrate in the successes together. But I chatted with you shortly thereafter, so I guess I've been hiding this a little bit. But we were thrilled to hear it. When I called you, I was like, do you want to be on the show on this Friday? I know you were working hard at it, but what was the first thing you told me? What was it that you did after winning?
I took a break right after because it was so, I guess, so much competition going on that right after, me and my family ended up going to the beach and just staying for a couple days to just sit and relax and not have to think about any of it. So just took time to myself, basically.
Completely understandable. So now what's the next step? I mean, we're talking to these young ladies here. I mean, school is starting back up. What is it like where you are? I mean, how will it happen? And now, especially, does it change anything that you've won and you have this scholarship?
Well, I'm going to be going to college this fall, and I'm not completely sure if we're going to be in person the whole time or not. We're planning on it, but we're going to have to wear masks. It's all going to be, strange for a little while. And yeah, that's what happened. That's what's happening next with me.
I love it. Well, we've got a lot of your fans certainly watching, so we really appreciate you, continuing to be on the program, and I'm so elated. I think it would have been a travesty if there was anybody but you that won. Now, there was a gentleman also who had a tuxedo. You had the dress. They do the tuxedo as well. Have you chatted with him at all? I mean, have you guys spoken since the conclusion of the contest?
Yes, we have spoken. I actually, just by coincidence, met his mom and his sister at the beach where me and my family went. So we just coincidentally saw each other, met up, and yeah, it was pretty cool. So yeah, I have talked to his family a little bit, and I did message him a little bit. Yeah, we're both excited for each other.
Well, maybe in the future we can get all three of you guys on, all three of us together on a future Camp Quarantine. And I don't know, are they presenting you with, come on, the way I think about this, like, you've got to get a big old check delivered to you in the mail, like, right? Or something.
Yeah. I'm planning on getting a check soon. It hasn't reached me yet. It's taking a while, but I'm expecting one soon.
Well, do promise us that you will certainly at least share the check opening, the reveal with us, whether it be a video or something like that. I know your mom is a huge fan who's watching too. Maybe she'll at least be able to film it and share it with us. We'd greatly appreciate that. But really appreciate you being on, and thank you for all your hard work and continuation. And hey, you just shared a little bit about wellness. After working hard, everyone deserves a break and needs it. And so during this time, I think that's fantastic to talk about. Maybe folks can also take a walk and put it on Charity Miles. I don't know. Everyone needs a break sometimes, going for a walk, maybe on Charity Miles. We're going to keep plugging that. But Peyton, thank you so very, very much. Maybe we'll come out there in this girl right here when she is completed or nearing completion, and we can say hello and see that dress in person. But you enjoy your weekend, and congratulations, because it was absolutely well deserved.
Thank you.
Take care. Well, Peyton, we just are elated. I can't thank her mom enough for being a huge support of Camp Quarantine, and we're very excited that she is a winner, and like I said, very well deserved as well. Well, we haven't shared a whole lot about this girl. We talked a little bit about our acquisition, but if we're going to be on the road, we got to be doing some work to her. So why don't I let you guys in on certainly what we've been up to as far as how we've been fixing her up. The first thing we've been taking care of is certainly the exterior. It is hot outside, so every evening at 7 o'clock, I wheel the mosquito off and also get to work on this baby. Well, the first thing we did was we took care of restoring these headlights so that we can be able to see. When you're out in the wilderness, it is all about safety. So making sure your lights are being able to project as well as they possibly can was the first thing, and using a rotary drill and high grit sandpaper that we continue to increase. We just spend time on each headlight. Continuing to adjust each of the different varieties, we started with a 300 grit, then moved up to a 500, 800, 2000, and then finally a 3000 grit sandpaper. Now you can do this at home on any of your vehicle's headlights. It is safe, simple, and it's very easy to find the product. After finishing the gritting of the sandpaper, you wash it off. And then using a little bit of a compound, buff it all in. Now to finish it all out after it's being buffed, don't forget there's two sides to do, so I almost made the mistake while doing it of using all of the supplies on one, but a little bit more of that compound and a foam tip brush just to make sure that you're not adding new scratches to that headlight. Now, the only product I used was this 3M headlight restoration kit I found at my local auto body shop. It was less than $20 and took about 20 minutes. Want to see what the difference was? There's the before and an after here. So the after here on the left and the before on the right makes a huge difference. And hopefully now when we go on our camping adventures, we will be able to see better. So it's very exciting. All right. Well, as we're coming up on towards the end of the show, we have some more additional things to share as far as the Van's build progress, and we'll continue to be sharing those on our Patreon page, which if you'd like to see more wonderful programming like this, support Camp Quarantine, go to patreon.com/campq, as well as on Instagram at campquarantine.co. Well, if you guys missed it last week, we shared what we named our van, and that we'll share with you in just a second. But we love the outdoors, and we talk so much about wellness. I'd like to tell you an exciting event that is happening this upcoming week that you can see with just these two things right here. You know, I never thought about that. Watching meteor shower or stargazing is like fishing. You go out there, you enjoy the company of friends, and maybe, just maybe, you might catch something with a little patience. I think that's very fitting. Well, we want to thank everybody for being a part of today's show. We are very ecstatic that you all joined us here for week 18. We have 2 more episodes this season 2 before we take a 2-week break. So enjoy all of our August Wellness, National Wellness Month activities. Don't forget to go to charitymiles.org and support them, our charity of choice for this week. For this month. We will be back here next week, August the 14th. But now I'd like to close with saying, why don't we share what this baby's name is? So this one behind us made it official this past week, and we thank you all. I hope you'll enjoy that clip and certainly some music behind it. But be safe. Enjoy National S'mores Day this upcoming week. It is Happiness Month. Get out there and make happiness happen. It is in your hands. Be safe. Wear a mask. Stay kind to everybody. Don't touch your face and wash your hands. We'll see you right back here for week 19 of Camp Quarantine next Friday, August the 14th. Well, take care.